we actually did a drill just a couple of days prior to this whole lockdown started. Hence, many of our machineries and processes were well oiled, and we could take the benefit of it. Very quickly, we could get our partners to provide us, required computes and last mile connectivity. Our team could actually augment the central compute in terms of required bandwidth, required web VPN, required change in access methods, and whatever essential communication that were required also were done very, very efficiently. And believe you me, by next 2 days, I think 23rd or 24th of March, which was declared as a lockdown, and in next 2 days we were actually back in action. In 6-8 days, 6-8 hours, critical functions like underwriting, issuance were back in action. In 2 days, functions like call center, sales, Fit and Street also came back in action. That's how we managed month of March. And immediately within next 7-8 days, we extended those activities and then took a large number of people under the cover of it. We went on cloud, tried to find some other innovative and agile and scalable solutions, and extended that then to our large number of people. Initial days, there were tremendous drop in footfall. It almost turned into zero. Okay. When I'm saying footfall, I'm talking about physical footfall. Okay, almost turned into zero. And we picked up tremendous number of digital interactions, and that digital interaction has not gone down. To give you some view around it, let's say my online transactions compared to pre-COVID and now would have gone up by around 30%. Or let's say my customer portal, we call it Life Assist portal, the login part of it. Okay, if we compare last year, financial year, Q1, we have gone up by around 73%, and it is sustaining. That's the interesting part of it. So the digital transactions are increasing, and it is sustaining. It is not going down drastically. What we have seen on a physical interaction point of view, or physical customer visiting our offices point of view, after the initial nationwide lockdown, when our offices started opening up, we also opened up in a very, very scaled down version, with a very strict rostering and all of that. We also saw, some of our customers walking into our branches for services, primarily services, and they got those services there. That is not the pre-COVID level. It's a fraction of pre-COVID level, but yes, we see, customers walking in for various service requirement. From a sales point of view, I think we saw sudden, jerk in a month of March. That's something I think almost every business has seen. Month of April, we were, one of very few companies in Indian insurance sector, Indian life insurance sector, who actually didn't have a degrowth. We probably have remained with a small bit of growth, or you can say it is flat. The quarter-wise also, I think we would be not degrowing. We would be remaining kind of flat. When you are using everything digitally, the impersonations, can be one method of fraud. So, digitally speaking, what we do is, whenever we are connecting with a partner digitally, there is a very, very strong method of authenticating every packet that it comes, to ensure that it comes from only the known and identified source. technically it is managed. But whenever that also coming, and we are actually sourcing a business from a partner, something like a video call, gets triggered, which is happening at customer side, and customer actually reads his own proposal, where he reads his name, his address, his age, the product that he is booking on, going for, the payment terms, the premium, everything he reads out. And that video also stays in our cloud so that both sides can have access to that video, and it provides absolute clarity who is buying it and why is he buying it and is he having a consent, so that the intended or unintended fraud around this part of the selling process is also taken care of. And apart from this, there are other internal triggers that also keeps on working for every proposal that we process. Something like our integration with IIB, whenever there is a new proposal comes to our kitty, an internal integration with IIB actually try to see what kind of sum insured, what kind of business, what kind of insurance spread that that person or that customer has, and is it really worth extending another assurance to this person. This also takes care of intended or unintended fraud in our business space. There are multiple partners who are engaged into ensuring that our antivirus stack is absolutely updated, our email infrastructure is secure, our security monitoring is top notch, and anything and everything is correlated and reported moment that happens, and also they kind of suggests action that should be taken proactively to make sure that the examples that you see in the in Indian space, BFSI space and extended industry are not impacting us. Every year we do a program called LRP, long range planning, which is for next 3 years, and we try to see that it is completed within 1.5 years at max. What we had been drawing up for ourselves is ensure that we complete our data lake journey, ensure that we complete our CRM journey, ensure that we complete or we initiate our communication engine journey, ensure that we start our core transformation journey, and I'm happy to tell you that all of that has started, and some of that has already completed. Areas of robotic process automation, RPA, has already completed, or data lake has already completed. We are about to complete our CRM journey. We have already invested heavily and implemented many intelligent modules around OCR, optical character recognition kind of architecture. We have nicely implemented the bot around WhatsApp, which is really loved one by many of our many of our customers and partners. One of our very good investment is, we call it iServe, which is actually a video based servicing platform, where a person can actually log into our portal or our app and get a branch support. What otherwise he had to walk into our branch, all of those support he can get it on his mobile app. All of these are initiated some time back and done with, and we are now getting the benefit of it, because during COVID everything has to happen digitally.